thing is so good. But yesterday he did the practice of meditation for about 55 minutes, and after that I could see his face. Seems totally depressed. And now see what he said. No, I don't know how to get rid of the ego. Who is saying this? Ego is saying. Ego is saying. And I said, "No, come on, keep a smile on the face and then we will talk." No, I'm fed up with this ego. Who is saying this? Ego. And he could not return to normal. I said, okay, we will meet next time and then we will talk. Very small thing. We miss very small thing in our life, and that causes the problem. Perhaps that may be the reason you, Stephen, you shared your experience. I wanted to explode. Think of it. Think of it. It is that very subtle identification with our ego that will remove your smile, your calm, your peace. You enter into anxiety, duality. You are ready to react and fight. And it takes time. It's not a one day affair. So you see the last, definitely, the if you have absorbed the knowledge, what we discussed last time, existence, that is, you know how we understand that existence is unchanging reality. So when you understand that existence is unchanging, all pervading reality. Now see that simple thing. You exist because of the same existence. I exist because of the same existence. All exist because of one unitary existence, and that is consciousness. But it does not help us, our mind, to digest and absorb this knowledge. Why? Because the mind has many barriers. Come on, I'm more beautiful than you. We always look for differences. We always look for differences. The moment we start talking among friends, okay, how Lara is different from Jerry, how Stephen is different from me. You see that we mind is so much obsessed with this difference. And that difference lives at the superficial level. It does not exist. But we make the non existence as existence, and that is where we lack becoming a seeker. Now you see how deeper the yoga knowledge is. Now let us see that what we are going to understand today to become a seeker, that real self is SatChitAnanda. How it is? It is here and now. If you live in that thought every moment from today, you become a seeker. You know, in our tradition, there is a saying that a seeker asks only one question, and the teacher has the abundance of knowledge to talk about it. Not only in one way, but in variety of ways. That is the reference point of 3,000 texts. We have 3,000 teachers. What is the most important thing? That you may have any teacher, but you must start from becoming a seeker. If the teacher does not guide you to become a seeker, then he defies the traditional wisdom. Take an example, a young kid. Father asked the young kid, I want you to take admission in medical school. Kid said, Dad, are we going today to take admission in a medical school? Did you understand the point? No, 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 no. First pass K-12, sit in SAT examination, huh? Then you will be eligible. Start preparing from today. Do you see that? Start preparing from today. We forget this. And the moment you forget, you will miss the entire journey. Now, see the second point. Eastern wisdom is not asking you how many things you have, how beautiful you are, how handsome you are. Eastern wisdom is not at all concerned about this. How much power, pleasure seeking, possession you have. We are not interested. Because to seek power, pleasure, and possession, we need space, we need time, we need effort. We create a cause to earn wealth, power, pleasure. They are important. They are important. It demands time, effort, space to attain. To attain the highest existence, which is our real self, I don't need the space and the time. It is already within me. Do you remember I always ask a question when I give the intensive retreat? How long it takes you to reach to your home from your workplace? You may say 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And the next question, answer it. How long it takes you to reach to yourself? Where you are? You are here and now? Isn't it? Do you need any space? No. Do you need any time? No. So some people answer, oh, no, it takes lifetime, many lives. So it is those factors in the mind needs to be removed. Purity has to be attained in the mind. Then we can achieve, we can become a seeker. And today's lesson, please repeat, listen to it again and again. First, listen what I'm saying. Let this knowledge becomes your knowledge, the knowledge in your intellect from today. And you will see that you are always a seeker. Once you are a seeker, you are always a seeker. So let me start in a different way. You all are lovely. Why? You love yourself. Is it not a fact? Tell me, if anyone do not love. Oh, Sam, you are with a good T-shirt. Look like a wrestler. Yes. Wonderful. Yeah, fight with the ignorance. You see, my mind goes back to the same thing. Don't fight with anyone. Fight with the ignorance. So we all love ourselves. Is it not true? If it is true, it is evident from moment to moment. We love ourselves greater than anyone. What it means? It simply means the real self is full of love. It comes from within me. And that, because the real self is full of love, and that love, permanent love, all-pervading love is known as Ananda. One master dared to say, Anandam Vai Brahma. Real self is nothing but love. Now, the next question, are you in love with yourself? Yes, I'm in love with yourself. Don't insert yourself. How? How we insert ourselves? Entering into anxiety. It is caused by the ego. Stress, duality, conflict, Reaction. Are you in love with yourself? Yes. Are you love yourself? Yes. So why you insert yourself? Because of the mind that causes the impurity. If ego rules us, we react, become anxious, forget that we are love, we fall into consciousness. We fall into consciousness. So symbolically, this love is located inside the center of our heart. Understand again, the heart is the seat of consciousness. We are not talking of the physical heart. We make a beautiful picture, red picture. I don't understand. Love with the red picture of the heart. It does not make a sense. Does the red represents love? Today I'm talking. Think of it. But tradition continues. We continue with the same. So we should know how to allow that love to express through the mind. Only way to express that love is to keep the mind pure. Buddha says in his Dhammapad, straighten the mind so that love becomes compassion. In Dhammapad, in his text, he teaches, straighten the mind first before you talk of compassion, so that the love becomes compassion. The compassion means love descends into the mind for everyone. Love, compassion simply means that love coming from deeper inside, it is descending into the mind and being expressed for everyone. The love of real self. This is what Patanjali says, find the real self. Our own master says. Now, what prevents that love? Go back to Patanjali. Ignorance is the first, ego is the second, attachment is the third, detachment is the fourth, and the mind constantly sitting in the body, claiming, I am the body. That causes the suffering in our life. Remind yourself when you are having an anxiety, reaction, duality, conflict, obsession, all the negative traits that is being expressed through the mind, I pick up only one out of the five factors. You may say ego, yes, ignorance, yes, attachment or detachment, yes, mind is clinging to the body, the fifth one. Any one of the factor, based on your level of awareness, based on your understanding, you will discover it is because of this, not because of any outer factors. So we have talked about love. Real self is Sat Chit Anand. Last session we covered only the existence, that is Sat. Now we have covered Ananda. Ananda means the love, abundance of love. But how do I know it? I know it by consciousness. So, what is that consciousness? It is known as Chit. That is why we use the word Sat Chit Anand. The absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. So, the moment we talk about existence, it includes Chit and Ananda. It includes consciousness and bliss. The moment I say consciousness, as a seeker, you should understand I'm talking about existence, consciousness, bliss. The moment I say Ananda, I'm talking about all the three. It is just for the sake of understanding through the mind and intellect. The master, our master says, it is only one. It is only one. Existence extends itself as consciousness. Consciousness extends itself as bliss. Ananda, love. It is only one. The moment you understand uh, them separately, how I'm talking to you online, Google Meet, video, audio, go back. Sam will tell you, or Daniel will tell you, both are IT experts. Go back to the origin. Everything is working on binary numbers. Am I right, Daniel? Pick up any application, computing, computer. It works on the. So, can I find out what is the unit by which I'm working? That unit is Sat Chit Anand. So, now let us talk about this Chit. Chit, when consciousness expresses itself as discernment, you are a seeker. Whether you continue the journey with this beard guy or anyone, you will find your real self. Because the mind is 100% clear, the intellect is clear. This is what I have to find out. You may pick up one teacher, other teacher, ultimately you will continue. I have met more than 100 teachers. So I could retrieve and think of the past, and I realized, oh, this is what I'm searching. Many master told me, I'm giving you this mantra, help me. I said, I have tried this 100 of times. Nothing happened to me. Lot of events that took place with interacting with these masters. So understand this, consciousness manifests as discernment all the time. Then what happens? We should think, speak, and work with the discernment. Viveka. The Viveka and discernment means I am fully aware of what is self, what is not self. What is the unit of computing? Binary numbers plus. You have laptop, you have smartphone, you have big supercomputers. Unit is the same. Functional unit is the same. So I cannot separate my body from the real self. It is not possible. I can separate this room, the other stuff, that this is matter and here I am. So to separate the body and mind and intellect and the ego, I have to do it in my mind, in my intellect. And that is why the master says you should have a power of discernment. If you don't have a power of discernment, this meditation, this yoga does not happen at all. Outwardly it happens. So being a seeker, I should always remember, understand, and I should keep aware. I should always be aware in the intellect, the knowledge part, that here is a real self, here is a not self. What happens? Think of the existence. The moment you are aware of that existence, the fearlessness is natural. It removes fears and anxiety instantly. So another understanding that sat, that existence, means fearlessness. Chit, consciousness, means wisdom. Ananda means love, absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. Why we say bliss? Don't go back, to start finding the meaning of the bliss on Google, because you will have distorted meaning. It pertains to the physical pleasure. So I'm just hinting. So rough translation, Ananda. Nanda means joy. And when you add a prefix in Sanskrit, Ananda, joy from all sides, happiness from all sides, love from all sides. It can only happen if the love is all pervading. All pervading. So all masters meet at one point. 3,000 masters, I told you, 3,000 texts, 6,000 years old tradition. All masters take us ultimately to discover real self or discover Sat Chit Ananda. That is the journey of meditation. That is the meaning of the meditation. Now, the next question comes, if that is so, if it is within me, if the love is within me, why there is no love in my life? Loveless life, I don't want to go there. 27 years of loveless life. Are you also living loveless life so for so many years? Our friend, why we are not searching our real nature? Once you understand this, tell me why. Simple answer, we give too much importance to others. Honey, I love you. Do you also love me? Honey says, no, I hate you. Loveless life begins. Question is, explore the love in you. Explore the love in you. And that is more important. You see, we give too much importance to others. It means what? Now, see the same explanation, but to make you clear. It means the mind is running after the things, objects, and people, running after causes, likes and dislikes, results in attachment and detachment, and it leads to desire. What is desire? What is desire? Desire has a couple of factors. You should always keep in mind the moment you say, I desire, I want, I like to have it, I want to possess, I want to own, they are all desires. So examine it. How? First factor in desire, that I am seeking something other than me. That is the first factor in the desire. Clear? So now, when I'm seeking something other than me, it has to be separate and different at a distance from me. Is it not clear? Now, see the second factor. So, when I find this object, this person, this thing I am seeking, that is the first factor in the desire. But why I am seeking that object? Because my mind falsely projects happiness in that object. Right? Third factor, because now the mind has created a desire, and it has colored itself that happiness is there, so I am agitated until I possess that object. Means mind is agitated. We are living in a new normal of the mind, my friends. We don't recognize that agitation present in the desire. Hesitation is already present. Love is lost. So I have gone too far from myself. Desire means that I have gone too far from my real self and living my life. Then what I say, I was single, I was unhappy, I got married. After a few years, I again became unhappy. Now I am divorced. I am happy. Again I am unhappy. One example. You see, it is happening because I lost awareness of what is this absolute existence, consciousness, and bliss. We have the means. The intellect is with us. We are human being. We are a thinker. We can think. We don't want to think. And if we want to think, then we think, you cheated me, you deceived me, you have taken this, you have taken that. 24 hours our mind is working in that direction. And that mind creates the thought pattern. Who is responsible? I am. Then what is my complaint? My mind is wandering. My mind is wandering and distracted. Who is responsible? Am I responsible for your mind is wandering? No, no, you will not understand because you do not understand. Mind becomes matter. It behaves like the matter. It behaves like the animal instinct. Then what happens? We are also doing meditation. In that case, we are meditating on others all the time. That is our meditation. When you meditate on others, you are bound to suffer. We are meditating on object, on a car, on a person, on relationship. Come on. And that causes lot of problems. So in order to become a seeker, we should understand what is this real self and what is non-self. Let us start our journey of meditation now.